Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 124. Joining me as always, Daniel Neveroli.
What's up, gamers?
Oh, Daniel, how are you? But more importantly, Daniel, how are the microplastics in your balls?
Excuse me?
The microplastics in your balls. How are they?
I guess they're doing good.
You want to feel them? Check it out.
Should I? Should I be worried about this?
I mean, I don't know. This is content right here, Daniel.
Do I need to go to the bathroom and feel for microplastics?
Yeah, you gotta get them out. You gotta get those microplastics out. So there was a study done somewhere in the UK, I believe. UK freaks.
Sims did this? Is that what
it could have been Sims. It could have been Sims. We cannot confirm nor deny that it was or wasn't Sims. That microplastics are found in human testicles.
So they're in the sac part?
In the testicles.
In our testicles.
Yeah, I didn't read too deeply, to be fair, but in our testicles are microplastics.
So that means our kids are just microplastics?
Could be. Could be. I didn't think of it like that. How we're making mutants.
That's why I asked if is it the sac?
You know, I think it's in the testicles.
Okay, that means our kids are microplastic.
Yeah. We're all made of a little bit of plastic, I guess. This is how the mutant gene starts.
This is the mutant gene.
The
mutant gene is actually just microplastics.
This is it. I've been watching X-Men 97. And
yeah, I'd like to check that out.
Oh, it's a great show. But yeah, now I want to be a mutant.
Does it require prior knowledge of anything?
You know, it does, and people will say it doesn't. I mean, it's just a continuation of the old animated series.
I saw sporadic episodes of that.
I tried to go back and start that and do that. It's too dated, you know. It just wasn't a good. I watched like 5-6 episodes and I was just like, okay, this does not hold up that well. So I just watched the 30-minute recap on YouTube of the entire animated series. There's not that many episodes of that, surprisingly. There's like I think it's like 50 something. So, but they're like quick episodes, you know, like all like 20-minute episodes. So yeah, there wasn't like too many episodes of that. So yeah, I just watched a quick recap, and then the X-Men 97 is now definitely elevated. That, you know, it's definitely a lot better, I'd say.
It looks great.
Yeah,
that animation looks great. From what I've seen.
The animation is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I need to catch up on Star Wars before I do that. I'm so behind.
Please catch up on Star Wars, Daniel.
I know.
The Acolyte comes out very soon. Yeah, I think like 2 weeks. Next month, hell of a month for TV. House of Dragon comes back. The Boys comes back.
Oh my god!
The Acolyte, like I just said. There's something else too that I cannot remember. But yeah, June, hell of a month. Been a pretty good year for TV this far.
Yeah, TV is something that I fall off on. You know, like I would like to watch more.
I still gotta watch Shogun, which is apparently the best show.
I would like to watch Shogun. I just don't have a way to watch it right now. I don't have Hulu.
Don't cut that Hulu.
But I would like to watch Shogun. I don't know that Again, I haven't watched it, so I can't say this for sure, but I don't know that I like that it got like greenlit for another 2 seasons, because I hear that it's pretty complete.
Yeah, apparently it ends
wherever the
book ends or whatever, and it's just like, okay, now they're gonna milk it for as much as they can.
But I guess
I mean, that's kind of like Hulu's first big hit. I guess not first, but like, I don't know, what does Hulu have that's an original Hulu show? Yeah, it's FX, but it's like, I don't know. Is FX even a thing anymore, you know? Or is it all just on Hulu, you know?
I think it's cable.
Yeah, I guess I don't consider FX and Hulu necessarily the same thing. But sure, if
you
want to count all the FX shows, then yeah, they've had tons of hits. But like, just like a Hulu original, Hulu like never really has that.
Considered FX?
I guess that is it, huh? I don't know. Because like, who the fuck has cable anymore is actually turning on FX, you know?
Yeah, I think
tons of things on FX.
Yeah.
Dude, Legion back in the day, I used to fucking love Legion.
I never watched
that. Was another X-Men show. That show's fantastic. The first season. I hate Sons of Anarchy. I got mad beef with Sons of Anarchy.
There are some good there, but I feel like it kind of loses the plot a bit.
Yeah, I just I don't like motorcycles and that whole culture. They're very loud. Why are they so loud? You know? They just be more quiet. I just don't get it. Like, why are you guys just rolling through small suburban towns with your loud motorcycles, I don't need that. I don't need
Yeah,
that. You're waking
I
me up
understand.
while I'm sleeping at 2 p.m. Come on now. Stop
2
it.
p.m.
Stop
I'm trying to sleep.
it. Come on, guys. Like, that's inconsiderate of you. Daniel, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yes, it has.
We should be picking up here. This week,
Oh, it's gonna
not the
be even busier.
busiest, but yeah, it's. I think these next few weeks, rumors PlayStation's next week. Then of course, week after that, we get into Summer Games Fest, Xbox Game Showcase, Nintendo Direct somewhere in there as well, Ubisoft Forward somewhere in there as well. So I think these next few weeks will be very exciting in the world of video games. This week, a little bit lighter, but we still got some shit to talk about. No depressing news, at least. Not really.
Yeah, for now.
For now. For now. No one got laid off. No one got fired as of yet, so that's a good thing. First up, then, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be the official title for this year's Call of Duty. It will be getting its own direct immediately following the Xbox Game Showcase. Daniel, here it is, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Weren't they calling it something else? I thought we were doing Call of Duty
Yeah.
Black Ops Gulf War, was it?
Yeah, that we talked about that for a little while now. That was
Yeah.
the title. So I
So
wonder
they're
if
just
they,
going with 6 here?
because I think Cold War did pretty well, but I wonder if they saw like it didn't do as well as I thought. So if they're like,
Mm.
let's just call it Black Ops 6, and then it's like, all right, that's going to be the biggest name, right? Like it's Black Ops. So there was a point when like Modern Warfare dipped a bit in terms of its popularity, and then Black Ops rose a lot,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Black Ops became the number one for a little bit there.
Early, like, I feel like early Xbox One, PS4
Black
gen,
Ops 2,
it
Black Ops
was
3.
Black Ops
Yeah.
was kind of the top dog there.
Yeah. Because they stopped, they went into like Ghosts and then Infinite Warfare, and they stopped doing Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So Black Ops just was like, we're the number one.
Yeah, it's interesting they've completely dropped doing anything other than Modern Warfare or Black Ops.
They should just keep it that way, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, it's probably just leads to the most sales,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so I actually kind of like this title. I think having I didn't mind Black Ops Cold War as a name.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
okay.
didn't until you reminded me that was the last Black Ops title. was the Black
Yeah.
Ops Cold War.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah,
awful. That was just too many words.
Treyarch's been sitting on this game for a while. Like they
Yeah.
had an extra year because Infinity Ward did 2 years in a row, So they had
Good point.
another time to do this game.
As
So
someone that plays these games, then do you think this will lead to a higher quality title then?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a really big Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I know that last year's I liked Modern Warfare 3. I didn't love Modern Warfare 3, especially after Modern Warfare 2. That was a great Call of Duty. I think this is going to be a great Call of Duty.
From an
Campaign,
outsider's perspective, it's kind of. I feel like they haven't had like a big one since Modern Warfare reboot in 2019.
not Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2
Was
huge.
that big? Was it?
Yeah, remember it beat Elden Ring in sales.
Yeah, I know, but it's gonna beat everything in sales no matter what, really, right? But like, it's I don't know. From an outsider's perspective, it didn't seem like to me that Modern Warfare 2 hit that big, especially compared to the first. Like when Modern Warfare Reboot came out, that seemed like the big thing, like that was like almost the biggest game that year. I mean, surely it was the biggest game that year, but like even from my perspective, as someone that doesn't play it, it seemed like such a big deal that Modern Warfare was back. Modern Warfare 2 came out, it didn't seem like it hit that hard, and then obviously Modern Warfare 3 just seemed like a dud.
Yeah. I mean, I think Modern Warfare 2 was huge. I think that game was massive as like a fan of and someone that plays all these games. I think that game was huge. Last year was like just a bit of a dip. I mean, they've been sitting. Yeah, I think Cold War was 2020. I think that was the Call of Duty for when we started this podcast. At least leading into it, that was like kind of the first Call of Duty we were playing like on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Modern Warfare 2 had come out like a little bit before the show. So we were kind of fresh playing that.
Modern Warfare 1.
I'm sorry, Modern Warfare 1.
Yeah.
And then I think we were right around the time we did the show. What's the name of the battle royale again?
Warzone.
Yeah. I think Warzone, it was just coming out as we were kind of doing the show. So yeah, they've been sitting on the game for almost 4 years now. So it's a lot of time to make a Call of Duty. So I think this is going to be a huge Call of Duty.
Definitely. Yeah. I like the setting idea too. I mean, presumably it is still in the Gulf War period of time, right? So that sounds cool to me. a cool little way to go about it. Where are we at with the Black Ops story? Like, is it still a continuation of like characters from the Black Ops series,
Oh,
or
that's complicated.
is it
So
okay?
they went from 1 to 2, like, was a jump into the future. 3 was another jump into the future. And then when they did Cold War, 4 didn't have a story mode.
That
And
was the
then
one that didn't. Okay.
that was with Blackout. And then Cold War went back before Black Ops 2. So presumably again they're doing like a Terminator with what was the name of that Terminator? There was like a direct sequel to 2. Remember that one? I didn't watch it. Dark Fate?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing that, I
yeah.
think. They're kind of like, we're going to do things before Black Ops 2. So I think that this is going to be technically a sequel to Black Ops Cold War in terms of the timeline,
Okay, that's cool.
if that tells you. So before Black Ops 2 still
Sure,
is what I would guess. But
sure.
we haven't seen a trtrailer. We haven't seen anything. We haven't seen the characters.
Yeah.
You can see from the thumbnail, they have a key art now, logo, and another guy with a gun with a dark blackout face. So we don't really know who that is. Probably Mason, I would assume.
Mason. I don't know who that
Yeah,
is. Mason.
it's your main character,
Is it
Mason.
okay? He
Yeah,
plays Mason. Great,
yeah.
great,
You
great.
know Woods. You remember Woods, right?
No, not
Oh,
at all.
oof.
Not at all.
You don't know anything about Black
I
Ops.
think the only Black Ops I played was the first one, like the
They're both
campaign.
in the first one.
Are they? Okay, great,
Yeah,
great.
it's
Oh.
your player
I
character
mean,
is
how
Mason.
long ago was that, Daniel?
That
Was that
was
14 years ago or some shit at this
yeah.
point?
When was yeah, no, it was 14. It was
14.
2010. Yeah,
Okay, great, great. Yeah, so
long time
14
ago.
years.
We
Can't
were
remember
360. Good
jack
game,
shit
good
about
times in
that.
video games.
Great times, great times. Yeah, cool. So big zombies
I
mode,
think the
I
zombies will be
presume,
pretty
right?
big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the Treyarch thing, right? Always bring back the zombies.
Yeah, Infinity Ward started doing zombies too, but yeah, Treyarch they were the first ones to do it.
I wish I was still into zombies because like that was
He
cool.
started going too crazy with it.
Yeah, yeah. It got way too nuts after a while, huh?
Yeah, but honestly, like it started with like Black Ops 2 probably for me. Like it got too crazy. When it was World at Wars
Yeah.
and Black Ops 1.
World at Wars was so
World
fucking
at Wars was
cool.
my favorite.
Yeah, mine too. That was just so cool. And then like just the beginnings of like trying to piece together whatever background story was going on there was so fun for me and my friends. I used to love that. And now it just
Mhm.
seems like it's this whole multiverse crazy
I'd
fucking
have to
thing.
watch a 3-hour YouTube
Oh,
video.
you would need to just to explain what's going on there. It probably
Yeah.
like all connects to and some
Oh,
shit.
I guarantee you it does.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I
Why are
remember
these
like reading
celebrities
about like
here?
the meteor on the one DLC map was like the thing that started the zombies. There was a meteor in the background of one of the maps of like it's like a Japanese zombies map in one of the World at War DLCs. I remember this.
Yeah, that was the third one.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably one of my favorite ones. That's the one that had like the little like um platforms that would like go up and down
Yeah.
from like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
middle,
yeah.
and it was one to each like 4 areas. I love that one,
Yeah.
Japanese one.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't know
shit
there
was
was a
awesome
meteor
back in
on
the
there.
day. Yeah, there's like a meteor in the background of one of those. Like you can't touch it or anything, but you can see where it landed and stuff. And like apparently that started the zombie thing. I don't even know. That's probably not even accurate now. And I remember you could like read about like some doctor or whatever. And I don't know. I can't remember anything about it. But zombies is fucking
Yeah,
cool, man.
yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
excited. Maybe this will be a Call of Duty. I try to play a little bit more of the multiplayer. I don't know. I haven't really dived into the multiplayer since
I'll
probably
buy
Modern
this
Warfare 1.
day fucking one if they put prop hunt in it immediately. I'll buy it day one. I'm down. I'm down. I'll play it with you. We can go play some prop hunt.
Which one had the prop hunt?
I know that's a Treyarch thing,
It
so
was a Treyarch one.
yeah,
Okay,
it's a
for Cold
Treyarch
War
thing.
probably. No, you
Yeah.
didn't play Cold War.
No, I played one very recently. I believe it was Cold War. I can't even
Okay.
remember which one I played, but I believe it was Cold War. Like Cold War was free on either PlayStation or Xbox. Can't even remember where I played it, but I was playing Prop Hunt very recently, like last fall. So I believe that wasn't Cold War. So and yeah, I know that's a Treyarch thing. So give me Prop Hunt Treyarch. That's all I
Could
want.
be.
That's
Yeah,
all I
could
want.
be.
I'll pay $70 for Prop Hunt. I don't care.
Just that good.
Just that. That's all I need.
I
Sounds
don't
like a
need the
great time
zombies.
to
I don't
me.
need the campaign.
No, I'm not gonna touch anything else on it but prop hunt. I'll have a great time.
So there's been a lot of rumors about it potentially coming to Game Pass this year. Do we think it's going to?
Ooh,
Like, where are
good
we going to land on
question.
that?
It better. It fucking better. I mean, I've been saying this since they bought Activision Blizzard. What the fuck was the point of buying Activision Blizzard if you're not going to put Call of Duty on Game Pass? Such a huge
Especially
boon for Game Pass.
they want the boost in subscribers,
Yeah,
right? Like,
I think it'll really tell us where Microsoft is at with Game Pass, depending if it's on there or not. You know, I think how dedicated are they to Game Pass still will be answered if Call of Duty is going on there. And maybe they'll
or
just try it for a year and it fails for them and they take it off, you know? But like you got to at least try just to see, you know, like how big of a subscriber bump are we going to get through Call of Duty on Game Pass? You got to try it.
yeah, I think there's two questions. Is the first one's the easiest one. Do they put it on or not? And the second one is there going to be significant increase in subscribers?
Yeah.
If there is, that means that people actually do still want this service and that they just need to do more with it, bring more things to it,
Yeah.
right, in a consistent basis. So that's I think your two questions there. Number one, I think they'll bring it. Um, and I mean I think it's too tough to tell whether it will actually have a ton of people. You know, I don't.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm sure they have smarter people there than us that can calculate those type of things and
I
really
mean,
tell.
do
But
they?
yeah,
I don't
good
know.
fucking question, right? But
I
you
don't
know,
know.
you gotta at least try it. I think
I
you
think
got
so.
we gotta find out how big of a subscriber bump that'll end up
Because
being.
they're not getting rid of it any other platform.
Right,
Like take the hit on your own platform and see what
right,
it does.
right, and you will still have the millions of people on PlayStation and
Yeah.
Steam to buy the actual game and then just find out how
Yeah.
well it's actually gonna sell. I don't know, man. It's a good question, right? Like, do a lot of those guys that only play Call of Duty in a sports game or whatever, will they care enough to subscribe to Game Pass to you know play that year's Call of Duty, or or is it in their minds that hey, I'll just buy this for $70 because in the long run I'll end up saving more money than I would.
I think you can make the argument pay $15 a month, like instead of upfront cost. Like I think a lot of I don't want to like take shots at a lot of journalists a lot of time. Yeah, it would save people money in the future, paying for the 60 right up front or 70 right up front. But I think a lot of games journalists kind of forget that people are struggling right now. And if somebody could not pay 70 and pay 15, at least for play it for a month, and then if they can get it the next like not the next month but the following month, pay another 15, they can still keep playing it. I think people might do that, you know, especially with how much people are struggling right now.
It's
I
just,
think
do
that
they think ahead to the point where like, hey, I'm gonna be playing this Call of Duty all year anyway, so I might as well just buy it instead of
yeah,
paying what is that it's 180 altogether, right? For an entire year of Game Pass. Do I want to play 180 for this game I'm gonna be playing all year, or do I want to pay 70 just right now and then just have it the entire year? I don't know. It's a very
that's where
interesting
the
question.
hook comes
To
in,
me, it
right?
was always like I remember us talking about this before they bought Activision Blizzard. To me, it was always like, hey, pay 15 now and I'll have access to all these games. I just don't know if these guys care about all those games, you
That's
know?
where the hook could come in though. It's like but then they see, oh well, I kind of wanted to check out Doom.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check out Doom. It's there.
Well, and that's why it
Or,
really benefits Xbox having such a good fall or
yeah.
this upcoming fall, right? It's like, hey, pay 15
The
right now, you get Call of Duty, Indiana Jones, Avowed, and all this other shit in our backlog, right? And it's like, okay, if Xbox markets that correctly, then
Yeah.
hopefully it gets those guys over there to play all these other games as well. But I don't know, remains to be seen.
Yeah, you're gonna see a ton of Xbox right next to the Call of Duty logo.
Yeah,
A ton of it. You've seen a lot of PlayStation for a few years now, since PS4, right next to Call of Duty. It's gonna go back to like the 360 era where you saw Xbox 360 and Call of Duty. Like you were gonna get that again. They're gonna really push that real hard.
I'm Xbox. I go so much further than that too. Like I'm putting Xbox Game Studios at the launch screen. I'm
Oh
putting,
yeah,
you know, obviously they already got it immediately following their direct. This is pretty much just part of the Xbox showcase, right? You know, I'm doing everything I can to combine Xbox and Call of Duty, right?
that's the place to play, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
and like Call of Duty's powerful. I think a lot of people
huge.
forget that it's powerful. Like not that this could turn Xbox completely around, especially around a lot of negativity that they've had. But if anything could do it, I mean, Call of Duty can. People will buy a console to go play with their friends on a particular platform. Like
Yeah.
they just will. Like Call of Duty can be that game. Like I
100%.
think
I would have loved to have seen a world where this was the launch of the Series X, whatever that year's Call of Duty was, they had this plan in place at the beginning of this console generation.
yeah, that was no, I guess that would have been Cold War. That would have been
Yeah,
right around Cold
like
War.
it doesn't even matter. I would have just loved to have seen that world because it might be a little too late for this gen for Xbox to really try to catch up in console sales, but we'll
Yeah.
have to see with that. It's just I would have loved if more of this stuff was in place at the beginning of the gen.
Yeah, this fall is now the snowball, right? So
Yeah.
maybe they could start to make up ground, and then I guess the rumor is in 2 years the next console. So if they can keep the ball rolling until for 2 years,
Yeah.
get some GTA money next year, more Call of Duty money next year, be good until 2026, and then hopefully that changes things
And
around.
that could be huge, right? With Call of Duty 2026, right? Be like, hey,
Yeah.
this is the best place to play Call of Duty, at least on console at the moment. And we are coming out with this new powerful console. Buy the Call of Duty bundle. Get in with that.
hmm Do we think this is going to be the first game that comes to Switch? Is there going to be a Switch port?
Mm,
They've talked
interesting.
about it coming to Switch.
I don't know, because I feel like this version of Switch, you'd have to downgrade the Call of Duty so much, right? That
Is it
maybe,
worth it?
yeah, maybe Switch 2. I don't know. Like they did this back in the day. Remember,
Yeah.
There was a fucking
We had
DS.
so many.
There was a DS version of Call of Duty World at War. You remember all that? And it's like, literally,
It's like
Call of Duty was on
declassified or whatever.
everything. Yeah, so it's. I don't know. I don't know. Did they see that market there? It's like I just don't know. I feel
They
like
made a ton of Wii ports.
yeah,
So
like
many.
so many. I just don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze there with porting it over on the
It
Nintendo
depends on how
consoles.
easy it is, right?
Yeah.
If it's not that bad to port it, you might as well.
hmm
There's a lot of hungry gamers there that buy a lot of games,
Do they care about Call of Duty though? Is the thing. And I
That's
know
something you gotta
everyone
test.
kind of cares about Call of Duty, but it's just like, I feel like people just know instinctually now that like Call of Duty is a PlayStation, Xbox, PC thing.
Yeah.
People
But I
don't
mean, that's for
associate Call of
sure.
Duty with Nintendo consoles. So I don't know. I think a lot of those questions will be answered too with how powerful the next Nintendo console is when we finally see
Yeah.
it.
Because if it's at least this is sad to say. If it's like at least like the PS4 Pro, if it's that powerful, maybe they would,
Yeah, yeah. Which is crazy to think about because it's like Steam Deck's running in all these games just fine, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It should be
It's
at least as
also a more
powerful as
expensive
that.
console.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they just don't want to end up charging that much for whatever the
Yeah,
next
I think
Nintendo
Nintendo
console
likes
is.
they like to keep that price down for like younger gamers and stuff like that,
Yeah,
families.
yeah, for sure. All right, well, a lot of interesting stuff. Call of Duty this year.
Yeah,
We will
I'm
get
very
more of it.
excited. I'm a Call of Duty guy. Like I go in and out, a little bit, but like I tend to try to play every game.
Cool. Next up then, PlayStation is developing a mobile platform for free-to-play games, according to a recent job listing. Daniel, recent job listings indicating PlayStation making a mobile platform of some sort here.
Yeah,
Here we
this seems
go.
to be what Xbox wants to do too. So I don't really know what to think about this. Like, do mobile gamers really want separate stores to like play their games instead of like the Google Play Store and the App Store? Like I'm not in touch with mobile gamers, so I don't really know what they want. I guess doesn't seem like I would guess that they don't want this. I feel like it'd be a very Steam thing. Like we want to play in Steam. I don't want to play in the Epic Game Store. I feel like that's kind of the same.
Are there like hardcore mobile gamers like that though? Like I feel like majority of mobile gamers are just people that are just like, oh, I gotta download this thing to play this game. Okay, let me just do that real quick. And they put their phone down, come back an hour later, and they're like,
That's
oh,
kind
I
of
got
what I
that
mean.
thing downloaded. I just don't think they'd be as picky as Steam people are with
Mm.
downloading a different launcher for their
But going to the
things.
App Store is just easy. It's right on your phone. You're not gonna go download something else to be able to download something. You
Sure,
know?
but like if it's just a click of a thing, I don't know. Is it really that big? Like, hey, download the PlayStation free to play thing. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm right there with you. I don't play mobile games. I don't really entirely know that space very well. It's just like I still think of mobile gamers as just moms that want to play Candy Crush. That's literally all I think of mobile gamers. So I'm like, I don't.
Have you ever played Florence?
No, never played
You should
Florence.
check out Florence.
No, Switch.
I think there is a Switch port now. I think because you're gonna have a better screen on your phone. I
Yeah.
would recommend just doing the iOS version of it.
Whoa, whoa,
Like
whoa! Better than the Switch OLED, sir.
yeah, it's this is
Come
like a
on,
thousand
come
dollar
on.
phone.
Look at that. Look at that. Come on now. This
Yeah,
is
my iPhone
this
has
is
a better screen.
like a $300 piece of shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt, but yeah, Florence, like I like that's one of the few instances of like an amazing mobile game. But yeah, I think I agree. Most are playing kind of more games that they probably have played for years. So
Yeah,
I just don't think that people want to go click another thing to download. Like it's just as simple as the Google Play Store's there and the App Store's there, and
yeah.
that's kind of what you're gonna do, you know.
Yeah, you're probably right. I really have no idea. I have no grasp on this entire situation. But I guess I mean it's smart of PlayStation to get in there and try to do something on
You get
mobile, right?
trophies probably. Be a good way to get trophies. Same with Xbox, good way to get achievements, like have interconnectivity.
Yeah,
Like they want their ecosystem going. Like PlayStation's just now doing that. With PC, right? They're getting a lot more of their games are gonna have like connect to your PlayStation Network account and stuff, so that you can have like all your trophies across all these platforms that you play. I'm sure it's going to be the same thing with mobile.
yeah, yeah. Just another avenue for them to go ahead and make money, and they apparently all need it so much. So go ahead, go for it.
apparently,
Yeah, you're
apparently
yeah.
everyone's
All
suffering,
these companies are
even those
dying,
executives.
apparently. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we only made $500 million last year. Jesus, what are we gonna do, guys? I don't
And
know.
we made 1 billion less than we did last year.
Right, right.
How can we survive?
PlayStation literally set a record for how many consoles they sold. They're like,
Not enough.
still under,
Our
guys.
projections were
What are we
higher.
supposed to do? Yeah, our projections were so much higher. It's just all right, whatever. Go fuck yourselves.
Wild.
Give me a stupid ass what's that game? Is it Treasure Run? Treasure Hunter? I don't know. What's the one where like you gotta like swipe and dash the other
Oh, that
way?
was
What the fuck was it?
oh
This is how old
yeah.
I am now.
It was a 3-lane runner. Endless runner, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um
Treasure Runner. I don't fucking know. Something like that. Anyways, I want
Temple
that.
Run.
Temple Run. That's it. Give
You
me
look like
that,
Indiana Jones.
but an Uncharted ripoff. You're just
You
Nathan
know there's
Drake.
like monkeys
Fucking
chasing you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. They would get you at the end, and
Yeah, they would get you at the
they
end.
would claw that guy to death.
Rip.
So yeah, just give me that with a Nathan Drake skin, and then add those weird monsters that killed that you fought at the end of the first Uncharted game instead of the monkeys,
Hmm.
and that's it.
Yeah, for me it was 3 games. It was Fruit Ninja, which is probably my favorite mobile game.
Mm.
That's tied with Plants vs Zombies
That's my
1.
favorite Connect game.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a fun Connect game.
Oh, I played it. It was
And
dope.
then Angry Birds 1. I think those three were back in like high school, like
Yeah,
on my iPod 3 touch,
yeah.
3rd gen touch. I loved playing those and like sitting waiting for class.
My favorite mobile game ever, Resident Evil 4 remake. Daniel, it's my favorite.
Is that
Uh,
gonna come to mobile at some
it
point? They
did.
said it
I think
was.
it already
Is it
is.
now?
I believe it already is.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the app store. You keep going.
Like you could pay $70 for a mobile version of Resident Evil 4 remake.
No way.
Uh,
I didn't think that was out.
all right. Next up, then I think you need like the top iPhone though, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Next up, then Nintendo has acquired Shiver Entertainment from Embracer Group. This team were responsible for the ports of Mortal Kombat 12 and Hogwarts Legacy, and Nintendo has said their focus will remain on porting games to Nintendo consoles. Daniel, Nintendo out
Yeah.
here making acquisitions, buying shit up left
You
and
are
right.
right. You need last year's phone.
You need last
You
year's
need
phone.
last year's Pro or Pro Max, and then iOS 17. But
How much is it?
I can't see the price.
Oh,
I can't
oh,
see
they
it.
won't even let
Right
you
there.
buy it.
Yeah, right there. It says it's not compatible with my device. I have the 14. I'm gonna get the 16 this year, but I have the 14, so I can't see it. But yeah, it's here.
Well, there you go, soccer moms. Just go ahead and download Resident Evil 4 remake, and you can play that while your kids are over there scoring goals or whatever the fuck.
You can kill zombies.
Yeah. Sims, if you're listening, I need you to download this and play it while your kid is playing soccer, and then report back to us because I just need to hear about the soccer mom experience with Resident Evil 4 remake. How much they'll love that.
Hmm.
Daniel, Shiver
Yeah.
Entertainment, acquired by
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I don't know what this means for like for Nintendo. Like, what are they just like? What are they porting? Like this seems to be a
I think
port
they're gonna
studio.
help third parties port games to
That
Switch
that was
2
going to be my assumption.
and the
Yeah,
last Switch, I guess, presumably as well. And yeah, go from there. I actually think it's quite smart. Get a dedicated team on your
an
own
in-house
side.
team.
Yeah, an
Yeah,
in-house team that is really good at porting games. I don't know if they're really good. Apparently, the MK12 port is not so good. But I think Hogwarts Legacy was actually
yeah, but
considered
apparently the
pretty
Hogwarts.
good on Switch.
Yeah,
So yeah, maybe they just saw this team and saw they were up for grabs, and they were like, "Hey, shit, let's go ahead and buy them because then we'll have someone in house that can help these third parties port things through our console." And I think Nintendo could use help on the third party side to
yeah,
get more
sure.
things over there. We were just talking about Call of Duty possibly coming out on Nintendo Switch, right? This could be a great team to help with that. Maybe Activision doesn't want to dedicate a whole team to put something on Switch, right?
But
Because
they'll
that's
help.
that's what you would need,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, but this will then help in that transition.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Like it seems like they have some sort of technical know-how, right? Like they're not they're porting like really big games to the Switch. Like that's tough. So like this team knows kind of what to do here. Like that makes sense. They just probably need a little bit more power, a little more under the hood. So maybe with the Super Switch next year, yeah, like they could actually start getting really big games playable.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of the one thing Nintendo is missing is all the third parties
Yeah,
coming there.
Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
yeah, all
Like,
the Star Wars
imagine if
games,
they
stuff like
had all
that.
that, like it would be even bigger, And it's like
Hmm.
they don't need it, obviously, with how many consoles they sell through, but it would still, I mean, that's still more money for them in the back end. We always talk about PlayStation, how dependent they are on that 30% they get off third party games. Nintendo sees almost none of that, right? It's like there are a few third party games here and there, but a lot of the big games that come out every year, they're missing the Nintendo console.
Yeah, and they're still they're still selling so much.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're relying on like indies and like their own stuff. That's kind of where they're at.
yeah. So yeah, it seems like a smart idea to me. I don't know.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
obviously the team would have their hands full, and not everything's gonna be able to come over. But still, if they have a team in house that can help all these other studios port their things over, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I
I
think so
wonder if
too.
Nintendo wanted to get Saber at all, because Saber did the port of Witcher 3, and
Mm,
that was apparently, I mean, that was a mess, I know, but like still, it was a
that
miracle they
game's
got that game running at
crazy.
that time. So yeah, I wonder if they want that at all. And someone port GTA 5 over to this bitch already.
Yeah, or
I can't
at this
believe
point,
that
just
that
GTA
hasn't
6.
happened. Yeah, I don't. Good luck with that. If
Yeah,
GTA 6 can run on Switch 2 or whatever, I will
get
be
Shiver
fucking
to do it.
amazed. Yeah,
Get
yeah.
Shiver. Your task for the full year. This is all you're doing.
Shiver's got to sacrifice all their firstborn child to everyone at
Oh
that
no.
studio to get GTA 6 running on there. That'd be incredible though. All right, well, Nintendo making moves, like we
Yeah,
said.
they don't buy very much.
Yeah, I think the last one they bought was the Luigi's Mansion 3 guys.
Next level.
Yeah, yeah. So I wonder where their next game's at. Maybe that gets talked about.
Yeah, so what they did they do Strikers, right?
Did they do
They did
Strikers?
Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion then
Yeah,
Strikers.
I'm
So I
sure they
think
did a bunch
Strikers
of
was 2 years
random
ago.
shit.
Maybe they're working on Luigi's Mansion 4 probably next year
Yeah,
or in the next 2 years
be cool.
maybe.
Good launch game. Maybe you do it in like October next year though.
Yeah.
Hold it
Yeah,
off till
October
then.
next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, all those teams work quick, so I could see that easily coming out next year.
Yeah. All right, cool. Next up then, 2K plans to reveal a new entry in one of its major franchises at Summer Games Fest on June 7th. Daniel,
That's right around the corner.
got news of this? Yeah, June 7th. What do we got? 2 weeks?
Hmm.
So yeah, getting close, getting very close to all of that. Daniel, I think the obvious suspects are, let's see, I mean, we can go through them all.
Here's my answer.
Borderlands,
I think it's Borderlands 4.
yeah. Borderlands, he's probably top contender for what this is going to be. But then you got Mafia 4 out there. You got that new Bioshock out there. So
Hmm.
there's a few things that it could possibly be. What are you feeling here, Daniel? You definitely think Borderlands 4 now?
I think it's for sure
Yeah.
Borderlands
When
4.
was
I
3?
think
Was that 2019?
2019,
19? Okay.
fall 2019.
Okay. So yeah,
Like
been
right
5 years,
before,
right?
yeah, right before we started doing the
I guess
podcast.
they make
Um,
Tiny Tina's as
they did
well.
Tiny Tina's. Was that
Yeah.
2021 or 2022?
I can't
2022
remember.
probably.
Yeah.
I think. So it's been a couple years, but Borderlands is obviously bigger than Tiny Tina's. I think they're gonna like. It's not gonna come out until probably next year, I would assume. Anyways, like I don't think they try to hit it for the fall. They probably try to do like springtime next year, maybe. Um,
Yeah. Borderlands typically a fall game, right? But
it typically is, yeah.
with what we'll talk about our next news story, I think 2K is gonna be like, and
Yep.
Take Two obviously is just gonna be
They're gonna
like,
have those two pillars next year. It's gonna be
yeah.
huge for them.
Oh,
One and a
that will
half,
be massive, huh?
be massive for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Those are
Because I
two
think
guaranteed top 10 sellers, right?
people criticize Borderlands a lot. It sells insane.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
a big franchise.
The last one was like, I remember the 10 million copies sold through within a year at least. I don't know. It might have been
Mhm.
even quicker than that, but that's still a huge amount of copies. I mean, Borderlands is such a huge franchise.
Yeah. And then the movies, is it this year? Maybe you know when that date.
Oh,
Sometime this
God,
year, right?
I have no idea.
October?
Yeah, I have no idea. Why have we got a trailer for that movie?
We've seen, I think, a teaser and then a trailer.
Okay. It might be this year. I'll look it up.
Okay. Because I think that's coming out. So if they can like announce Borderlands 4, have the the new movie come out, and then in the springtime a brand new game. I think that's a nice big 1-2 punch in just a few months of each other.
Yeah, August 9th this year.
August, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still might be a little late for like when I think the game come out, unless maybe they try it. Maybe it's closer than we think. I don't know.
I
Maybe it
think
comes out in
you
like
could still
September.
capitalize on it if it's next spring, even, right? It's just like, obviously the movie's gonna come out, get it even more popular. Presuming the movie's good, who knows? But presuming the movie's popular enough, then all those fans will ride right into Borderlands 4, and maybe even show a teaser trailer for Borderlands 4 right before the movie or whatever. It'll obviously be announced by then. If it is Borderlands, it'll be announced by then. So get a trailer for the game rolling before the movie. All leads into each other. That's synergy, Yeah,
Synergy,
synergy. Jim Ryan over there
yeah.
shedding a tear. Beautiful.
So what are the likelihood it's something else? I
I
know
don't
I'm
know.
very
Yeah, I mean, we've known about BioShock and Mafia being in development for a very long time now. 2K very open with their stuff, huh? They very much like the movie industry where they just kind of
yeah.
announce what's going on, or we at least know about their future plans for all these
Wasn't
series.
Mafia like soft rebooted in development
Yeah,
or
there might have
something
been
like that?
something wrong with the studio, and then had to end up getting a soft reboot. I don't know, but
Is it the same? Is it the same team that did 3?
I believe
Hanger or
so.
whatever.
Yeah, Hainer,
Right.
Hainer Studios or whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think so. And it just seems like we're due for a new Mafia game. I think the last big thing Mafia put out was the remake of 1, and that was like 2020, 2021. So it's been quite a while. We're definitely due, but we're also due for BioShock, right? I mean, that Cloud Chamber Studios, which is a dedicated BioShock team, was announced forever ago at this point. But I
Mhm.
just don't think 2K really cares with Judas coming out pretty soon here. I mean, should be out I think we know it's going to be out before the end of this fiscal year. So,
By March.
yeah, I don't think they really care. I don't think they're in too big a rush to get BioShock out the door. And it seems like there's a little bit of problems going on with that game and that studio or whatever. It seems like the game might have been rebooted a couple times. So we're not entirely sure what's going on with BioShock. But yeah, I'm with you. I think the most likely candidate is Borderlands. Just seems likely at this point, especially with 2K buying the studio very recently. It seems like they were working on that well before Take Two actually acquired them. So yeah, I'm with you. Probably Borderlands.
Are you gonna play Borderlands 4?
No, I'm not a Borderlands fan. I think, you know this. I just
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
vibe with
That's why I was
Borderlands.
curious if you're gonna play 4.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've tried. I think I've tried all of them a little bit. It's especially 1. I mean, I played the shit out of 1. I think
Mhm.
1's the only one I've actually beaten, but that's just because I had a good group at that time.
I was gonna say you have to at least play with one other person.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's what it
synergies
is.
with the powers is always where it's at.
Yeah, yeah. It's just when you try to play Borderlands single player, I find it quite boring. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not the same.
it's
You have
definitely
to be
not the
tied with
same.
that humor in the gameplay, and if you're not, like,
Yeah, yeah. And the sense of humor never really worked for me either. So probably not my cup of tea. But good for y'all Borderlands fans.
yeah, I'm definitely playing it.
Be interesting if it was this fall though.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
that far along.
it depends on how far along the game is. That'd be
Yeah,
really cool. Give you a nice fall game to play, even though
definitely.
there's already a lot in the fall seeming.
Yeah, just be another big one, right? All right, cool. Continuing on with some more Take Two news. Take Two confirmed in an investor call or whatever is going on, investor meeting, that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be releasing in fall 2025. Daniel, here we go. Confirming fall 2025 here. How you feeling about it?
A little mixed. I think this is where I was expecting it to be. Expecting it to be September 2025. Uh, will it hit that? I don't know. Because I think if it gets pushed, which I think at this point it won't, but I think if it gets pushed, they wouldn't push it to like spring. I think they will push it to the following September. So I think this is where it's going to land, but who knows? You know, like games are so fickle and development's tough. But I would hope next fall.
Yeah, if you remember from the Jason Schreier reporting earlier, I think it was earlier this year, it might have been late last year, where he said they were aiming for spring 2025, but were open to delaying it. So it seems like they did internally already delay it for whatever reason. Probably just want to polish it or whatever. I think they're gonna hit this. I think the delay already happened internally there.
Hmm.
That to fall 2025. So I think they're definitely gonna hit it. I don't know if they want to push it. I mean, it's one of those games, right, where it's just like, hey, whenever the hell it's ready, that's when you put it out because it doesn't matter when it comes out. It's GTA 6. So you could literally put it out the worst date you could think of, December 31st, 2024,
December 25th
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
Day.
I actually think that'd
We're
be a good
bigger than
date.
Christmas.
I actually think that'd be a good date for games. Like hella kids getting gift cards and shit. I don't know. Like, I'd be curious if someone experimented with that and put a game out on Christmas. But regardless, I just think GTA, it's gonna be one of those things where it's ready when it's ready, and we'll put
Mhm.
it out then because it's gonna make them ungodly amounts of money. So it doesn't really matter.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think people are going to play GTA 6 whenever it comes out. I think I kind of forgot about the that Jason Schreier report, so I think yeah, I think that they did delay it internally. Like they tend to wait. They did it with Red Dead Redemption 2 that had a delay. So they're not opposed to delaying. Um
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a hard date a year out, like exactly a year out. They did that with Red Dead Redemption 2, where it was like the previous October, when that game
mhm.
come out 2018, right? It was like October 2017. They put a hard date on it of that October 25th date. So I wouldn't be surprised if this September we get another trailer for GTA 6 probably just launching on YouTube with a hard date of September, whatever, or October, whenever they plan on launching. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Put their
You think it is
flag in the
September?
ground. Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. I mean, I think around that area. Maybe they go the late October route again, like they did with Red Dead 2. I don't know. It doesn't really
Yeah, 5
matter,
was
right?
September, but then yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 was October. So
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be fall at some point that way. But yeah, I hope September, right? The earlier the better. I mean, I want to
mhm.
fucking play this game. So yeah, whenever you guys want to put it
And then
out,
no
go
other
for it.
game coming out in September. Nothing.
Yeah, y'all
Not a
better
single one.
not. Y'all better
Not a
not. But
single
I don't
one.
know, man. With the way next year's lining up, it seems like a lot of big games are coming out next year.
I
So
mean, they're
there's
gonna
gonna
bury
have to be
themselves.
stuff around it. They definitely are. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like if you're a big franchise, you better give yourself at least a month gap between you and GTA 6. But even then, man, it's just good luck. Good luck. That's all I'll say to other publishers out there because that's gonna take
You're,
over.
yeah, you're. I think you're drowning your game if you do that.
Yeah, but it looks like we're getting Battlefield next fall too. Looks like we're getting, I mean, obviously another COD and all that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's
Call of Duty and Battlefield might be all right.
maybe I don't know about
Call of
Battlefield.
Duty's fine. Yeah.
COD's fine. I mean, because COD it's just expected to come out. Battlefield, I don't know. I mean, it better be a good Battlefield game, right?
Yeah. No bugs, polished, good story mode probably. Maybe hit it with like a new bad company, something like with a bringing an old game back, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So we will see. We will see. But they should all be scared of Grand Theft Auto.
I am.
I'm terrified. I want to go back and play GTA 5 one last time.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
want
like
to see it.
the whole story again, or
Yeah, I just want to see it. I just want to because I'm probably never gonna play it again after that. You know what I mean? It's at least for like until they remaster it in 15 years again. But it's just I want to say goodbye to that city because you're never gonna see it again. All right, next up then got some Valve news. Let me click in here. Images and details of what is reportedly Valve's next game have leaked online. The game is codenamed Deadlock. Daniel.
Deadlock.
It seems to be some sort
Yeah.
of multiplayer game. Not entirely sure what they're going for here. If it's more of like an Overwatch thing or
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a 6v6
Okay.
hero-based shooter. A few days ago, actually, there was like a leaked minute footage of like a dude running around as a character, and then
Ooh.
a shot of like the hero menu and stuff like that. It was like they were running around just like a test like private match thing where they could just run around with nobody around. Um, yeah, this seems, I guess, Valve wants to tap into the more Overwatchy hero shooter, and not. I know that Team Fortress 2 is kind of a hero shooter, but Overwatch definitely evolved it. So
Mm.
it seems like they kind of want to go in that direction and try that, but it seems a little late for this. Like they should have tried this maybe a few years ago, and maybe it's been in development for a few years. I don't know. Like Overwatch is kind of on the decline a bit. Maybe this is the right time. Overwatch is not as popular as they were, so come in and take some of that
Yeah, it's
because
always
it is
interesting to me
Valve.
when Valve even puts out a game, because they just do it so rarely nowadays that it's just interesting to me that they even have a game development team still. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not big into this space, right? So I'm not entirely sure what the zeitgeist is around it and everything. There's that Marvel game coming out too that people
Yeah,
seem to
Marvel
really like.
Rivals.
Yeah, so I guess maybe it's like, but again, then you're oversaturating the market with these type of games again. When it seems like we got a shit ton of these right after Overwatch, and now we're doing it again. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess something kind of wants to come in and take its spot, take Overwatch's spot, with Overwatch 2 seeming like it's not the that big a deal. I don't know what the player count is on that on like a daily basis or anything, but it seems like Overwatch 2 kind of fell and came out to be a bit of a dud. So I don't know. I guess something's trying to come and take its spot, but yeah, they better hope that Marvel game doesn't catch on and before this game actually comes out, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna see where Overwatch is here. So if I'm on the games, where do I see
And I
it?
wonder why not just make a Team Fortress 3, why make a whole new
Yeah, that's
thing
true.
instead, it's just
Overwatch 2 is not too bad, at least on Twitch. It has 18,000 viewers on Twitch right now.
okay.
Um, like a lot of them are one guy, which I guess is interesting. It's still at least somewhat healthy on Twitch. I don't know like its actual like player count, but um yeah, like people are playing Overwatch. I know I don't like Overwatch 2. I don't like the change to 5v5 instead of 6v6. Like I don't like the new battle pass stuff they've introduced. Like there's a lot that I don't like of Overwatch 2. But Valve makes high quality video games. So I am interested in this game.
Cool. All right. Well, our last news story then. IGN Entertainment acquires Eurogamer. What is GI? Is that Game Informer? Or is that the gaming industry biz?
Gamesindustry.biz. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Okay, so that one, VG247, Rock Paper Shotgun, and more. New owner makes redundancies across the gaming network portfolio. There you go.
Mhm.
IGN buying up a bunch of shit.
And firing a lot of
Seemingly
people.
buying up a lot of their competition. It's funny I said no depressing news. Here you go. We got one in there for
Depressing in a
you.
different way. This is the media.
Yeah. So it seems like IGN just wants to buy up all its competition, right?
uh and fire a lot of people.
Yeah.
There was a lot of redundancies. Like a lot of people got fired. I like Eurogamer. I don't really follow it as much as I did like a long time ago. Um, Gamesindustry.biz, like I think they're good. That they're good for like very particular things. They're good for numbers and like that's where I follow them, but they're a little bit different. I usually go to like Um, VGC, that's usually like, or IGN, but like I don't know, IGN has just been not in a great place. Like I don't think this is a very good thing. I don't really see how this could be a good thing.
Yeah,
You
certainly
know,
not, right? Unless I don't know. I guess all these companies will just run like normal for a little while,
I
unless
would
they're
hope
gonna
so.
fire all those people. But I
They
don't.
fired a lot already.
Yeah, I don't know if this is just a mindset of hey, let's buy all these up and then shut them all down because they're our competition. Then that fucking sucks. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to make of it either.
Yeah, I think this just keeps showing that the media is in flux. Because
Hmm.
remember, just a few years ago, GameSpot and like Giant Bomb and all that like conglomerate or whatever got bought by someone. I forget who bought them. So it's like even like a GameSpot's like getting like thrown around, like probably the second biggest site, right? Like Game Informer's like constantly always waiting to be shut down. Sadly, I love Game Informer, at least like history of Game Informer. Haven't really followed them too much in a few years, but um, yeah, all these media places, they're just not safe.
Yeah. All
Like
right.
IGN isn't even in a great way. Didn't they have layoffs like last year?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're forming a union, right? So I wonder if it's a
Yeah,
thing where like all these other places could now join the IGN union,
that's an interesting question. If it is like, yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
protect themselves
I
from
didn't think about that.
getting laid off and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it might come to shoot whoever decided to acquire all these things. They might end up shooting themselves in the foot if they all form a union, right?
They haven't stopped that union yet, at least from what I can tell.
Where it's like,
So,
oh, now you have to pay all these employees. You realize that, right? So,
mhm.
you know, it might not end up being a
And
good
give
thing
them
for
benefits.
management.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know here. It's very weird. I mean, IGN, you're right, is just in a very weird spot. They're not the dominant news information source that they used to be at all. You know, I don't.
They have a few good reporters, but like they're not doing
Nah, I
well.
mean,
All their reviews seem to be like shipped out to whoever. Like there's no
yeah,
personalities reviewing things like there
yeah,
used to be.
yeah. It seems like their only good journalist is Rebecca Valentine. You know,
Yeah.
that's like really the only one I can even think of. And you know, she does good work, good reporting and all that.
I
But
mean, she
like,
can go do that somewhere else. She was doing it
right,
gamesindustry.biz.
right, exactly. So yeah, not entirely sure what the mindset here is with IGN, but whatever. Good luck to him. What's that guy's name? Pear.
Fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. That'll do it for the news, people. We'll now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, I've not been playing much.
I haven't really either. I wish that Hellblade came out this weekend, then I could have played that. But
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
That's what I'm waiting
I
for too.
am in a weird mindset and a weird flux with what I want to play, how I want to play, and where I want to play. Um,
You
I
are
am
confused, sir.
I am I don't know if burnt out is the right way because I still want to be playing a lot of games. So I don't know if I'm burnt out in gaming. Like maybe I'm just burnt out in a lot of this new stuff. Things just aren't running always right. Like everything's depressing. Games or people getting shut down or whatever. There is like good new games that I want to play. Like I want to play Hellblade. I still have Unicorn Overlord I want to play. But like I'm feeling myself like I have so many games that I know that are good that I own that I haven't played yet. So why not just go play the good stuff that I haven't played yet? So that's kind of where I'm at. I have like a bunch of stuff I downloaded on my Xbox and on my PlayStation. I have Switch games, like a nice stack of Switch games that I could play. Um, so I did beat a game this weekend. This would be a shock to you unless you've looked at me playing it. Uh, I played and beat the Order 1886.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I've not seen you play this. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So it's a game that kind of got good to like average reviews
Yeah, I played it at
back when it came
launch.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I always want to check it out because I thought it looked cool, but like it was just something that I don't remember what came out around that time. I think I was still really heavy into Destiny.
Interesting
So
you
like,
played that because a lot of people talking about that game now with comparisons to Hellblade 2. I don't know if you've seen that, but I've seen tons of
no,
people talking about the Order
in a good way
and
or
Hellblade 2. No,
oh,
not
okay,
necessarily.
interesting. Because I enjoyed my time with the Order.
Yeah,
I think it's a pretty good game. It has issues. It has a lot of issues I have with like not just like this is a PlayStation thing, but like PlayStation first party games, it's like, oh, you're injured, so you're moving like at snail's pace.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch Galahad like move on the wall. He's hurt. Oh, uh, you have like sections where you're like barely walking, or you're crawling through a space. Stupid stuff like that. But then when you get to the gameplay and you're actually able to move around, it feels pretty snappy and good. Um, I think that the story they set up a lot of interesting stuff. I wish that Ready at Dawn would be able to get a sequel to continue it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's been so long at this point. I wouldn't hold your breath. Wasn't there
well,
like
they
a
own that
giant
Facebook
tease
now.
at the end of it? Of like
It's a
there's like a
setup.
vampire guy, right? Some shit. I
Hmm.
can't remember exactly. It's a long time.
Yeah,
That was 10 years ago. Holy fuck.
was it 2014? Is
It
that when
was
it came out?
2014, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, no, I wasn't playing Destiny at this because it was early 2014, right?
Yeah, I think it was like March 2014.
Okay,
Yeah.
Destiny was come out a little later. I thought that it was around. I thought it was a little later, but okay.
No.
Yeah,
No, I think it was like October 2014. I'll look it up because I remember Infamous came out. Infamous Second Son came out in like March 2014. So I think
yeah,
this
that
was like
sounds right.
October 2014. I think I played this. I can't remember if I played Sunset Overdrive first and then played this. Because I remember that
Oh,
fall was this Sunset Overdrive and Destiny 1. That's what I played. And Shadow of Mordor
yeah,
was
Shadow of
that year
Mordor,
as
yeah,
well. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Dragon Age.
I did not play Dragon Age, but
The Wii
uh
U had a lot of stuff in 2014.
yeah.
Um, uh, it does set up like a sequel. Basically, like there is like the head guy that is running like
Oh, it was February 2015. Okay.
February 2015. Oh, so
Yeah,
this was like
okay.
right before Bloodborne.
Yeah, yeah.
Bloodborne was
Must have
March, I
been.
think.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was heavy into Destiny at this point. I was not playing anything else. Yeah. um yeah, it sets up like there this head guy that's like ahead of like your thing. He's like a vampire and you basically get ousted from the knights and you're no longer a knight, but you still have like allies and stuff. And then like the big like extra credit scene or whatever is seemingly the city is overrun with like a lot of half breeds and vampires is what they don't say it, but they allude to it.
Yeah, I
And
just
it's
remember the
like,
guy like standing on top of the building's edge.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's basically he's gonna have to like help clear the city.
Yeah.
What it seems like, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not like a huge cliffhanger, but they definitely set up for like a sequel. And I
Yeah.
think they have a really interesting world. Like
That was the
I
best
like
part
that.
about it is the world
Yeah,
was fucking cool. All the weapons were really cool.
yeah.
Some of the characters were pretty cool as
The
well.
sound design was good.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
game
Like all that
visually,
shit.
if that was 2015, that game is almost 10 years old, and that thing looks better than games now.
Yeah.
Like it's visually, like the only thing I think some of the water was whatever, and then some like sometimes the faces you could be like, okay, that kind of looks old, but like that game looks incredible.
It's one of those I really wish they did get a sequel to flesh it out, like really flesh out the idea, maybe make it a bit longer and then tighten up that gunplay a little bit and stuff like that. Like if you remember the lead up to that game, it was supposed to be like PlayStation's Gears of War.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just like, okay, maybe we could have got there through the years and through some sequels and stuff like that, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like I enjoyed the game. I think it's like a 8 out of 10, like a good game.
Yeah.
I think it's a good game.
Yeah, I had fun with
Um
it at the time. I remember it being somewhat good. Obviously, it didn't light the world on fire or anything, but
yeah. The only other like major thing I played yesterday. I played through the first world of Super Mario World, or not Super, what is it called?
3D
New
World?
Super Mario Brothers U
Oh, okay.
Deluxe.
Cool.
I wanted to play that
I
before
beat that
3D
game.
World. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to play that before I play 3D World and
Have
like
you never played
Bowser's.
3D World?
No.
3D World I like quite a bit
Yeah.
actually. Oh, dude,
This
you
one
gotta play Bowser's Fury.
I
You
know.
never,
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
play.
play Bowser's Fury?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Bowser's Fury. I mean, Bowser's Fury is short. The game's like 90 minutes, 2 hours, but it's cool. It's cool. It lays the blueprint for what a open world Mario game could be.
I didn't want to play that before playing 3D World,
Mm.
and I was like, I might as well just play U Deluxe. So I'm playing that. I beat the first world. Again, if you played the Wii version of the game, like the first version of this for the Wii, like this is just it's a continuation. Feels great. I got like the raccoon suit looking thing, or like no, the flying squirrel suit thing.
Yeah.
Where you like flying around. That feels pretty good. Yeah, it's just Mario. Like I said, I only played the first world, but I love my Mario platformers. So
It's funny because that game, I did the same thing I'm doing with Mario Wonder, where I just play it during USC and I'm just like slowly chip away at it over
yeah,
like a year. I finally just got to like the fourth world in Mario Wonder over
nice,
just because
love it.
it's just so slow the rate I'm playing it. But yeah, eventually one day I'll beat it. But I did the same thing with that, where it's just like a consistent year of me every time UFC was out, I'll just play a little bit of that.
That's a good game to like. I'm just gonna, you could pop into a level.
Yeah, yeah, I really like 2D Mario's for that.
Yeah.
It's a really fun way for me to play it.
I think that's pretty much all I've done. I haven't had like as much game time this week, but yeah, like I'm in a mood to like not really playing that much new stuff, if I'm
Cool,
being honest.
cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play Hellblade though.
I get like that sometimes. This summer, actually, there's really not much coming out for in terms of new releases for me. There really isn't anything right now until Star Wars Outlaws at the end of August. So I kind of have a nice gap there to play whatever the fuck I want. And yeah, I did check out Hellblade a little bit. I want to wait for the weekend because I just kind of want to
Give it the
play
full.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the full thing, get really immersed into it, and just kind of play it nonstop until I beat it. I know it's a shorter game, but beat it in like one or two sittings.
I think I've seen like 6 hours,
Yeah, I think like some people are saying 5,
7 hours.
some people are saying up to 8. So I think it just kind of depends if you take your time with it and whatnot. So I popped into it. I just kind of want to see the graphics and stuff, see how beautiful it looks. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So
Yeah,
looking forward to getting more into that this weekend.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And what else did I play? I checked out that Lorelei and the Laser Eyes
Hmm.
game. It's a puzzle game, just came to Switch from the guys that made Sayonara Wild Hearts. And apparently this team has actually made puzzle games before, just on mobile. So
Hmm.
they apparently have quite a few puzzle games out on mobile. And I just did not like this game. I don't know. I don't know what
Mm,
it was exactly. It's just the type.
happens.
I
Yeah.
think it's the type of puzzles that are in it. There's like it's a lot of like exploring the world, and then you're just kind of finding different puzzles throughout the world, and you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to do. And I just couldn't figure out like what the point of it was, what exactly I'm trying to do here. And then the puzzle types themselves were just like there's a couple math puzzles in there and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, you're losing me here. I like puzzle games a lot, but it's more I like it more when they're like through gameplay and in the environment and stuff like that, like Portal or that Viewfinder game or something like that. Like I like it more when it's that and there's like a fun gameplay aspect to it as well. So yeah, I just did not vibe with this game. The atmosphere is really cool and the setting was
Yeah, I was
awesome
gonna ask, is
too.
any of that enough to
It,
keep you wanting to play?
that stuff kept me playing for a good hour and a half.
Mm.
That was the stuff that kind of pushed me through it, kept me going. There's like a little bit of a story there that I didn't really get too much of, but it seemed somewhat interesting, kind of like a murder mystery type thing going on.
Ooh, that sounds cool in a puzzle game.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. It just didn't grab me enough to keep me going. So
Mm.
unfortunate, but yeah, I
How's the
know like
music?
music was cool. Yeah, didn't really like catch me as like amazing or anything, but it was definitely cool. So yeah, cool game
Because
for people that
Sayonara's
like it.
music's so good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely right. So yeah, cool game for people that like it. I know it's getting really high review
Really good
scores, so
reviews. Yeah.
yeah, so awesome for them. Like that team, so good for them. What else did I play? I played a bit of Starfield. Went back into that. Wanted to check
Oh,
out
with the new
that
update.
60 FPS update. Yeah, runs
Yeah.
pretty good. Runs pretty good. It's a little chuggy still when you go into like big areas with a lot of NPCs walking around.
Yeah.
Like I walked around New Atlantis and I could notice the frame dipping down and stuff. So maybe a few more patches on that side to get it running perfectly on Series X, but pretty good. I switched to the 40 FPS mode when I was in New Atlantis specifically just to see if that ran flawlessly. So I was like,
Hmm.
okay, that's good. Seems like they're getting better at that. There's now like maps for the town as well, so you can like see
Oh
where you're
yeah, I
actually
remember that.
going in New Atlantis and
I'm
stuff
sure
like that.
that's useful.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not gonna get like super into Starfield again until that DLC comes out. Whenever Shattered Space is rumored for September, so if that comes out around then, I'll probably jump into that there. Unless there's something else I really want to play. So I don't know. I'm in an interesting point with Starfield. Is like, do I want to just keep playing little by little, or do I just want to wait for it all to be done? And I know that'll take like years, but it's like it's
But that's
kind of
also years of patches and
right, right, and it's kind of like it'll be a whole new experience by that time, like Cyberpunk, right? Where that's apparently a whole new game now, and I haven't played it since it originally launched. So it's like
me
I
too.
want to replay that at some point and then go see the whole 2.0 update and what that's actually like. So maybe I just do that for Starfield, wait for all the expansions to come out, and then play it again. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then I mentioned Hellblade. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Cool. Yeah, I think the next few weeks, Destiny's coming out with a was it called The Final Shape? Is
Yeah.
that what it's called? So I'm excited to play that. I think me and Sloan are gonna play that. What else comes out in June? Is there one other
There's the
thing that comes
Elden
out in
Ring
June?
DLC.
Yeah, I kind of want to play it, but like at this point, I kind of want to like take a step back. Maybe I'd play that. That might be something I'd check out. I do
Yeah,
want to
I
like,
I re-downloaded Elden Ring over the weekend. I was just playing it a little bit. I kind of want to. I don't know if I'll play the DLC, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when it actually comes out. What I'm into at that time.
yeah. So I think I agree with you. The summer feels like pretty free, except for
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Like I'll play that and then kind of just feel out for like what other stuff I want to play. I might just get into a big Switch mode. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Even though I downloaded a ton of stuff on my Xbox, a ton of stuff on my PlayStation, and I kind of just want to like play some older things. But I think some Switch stuff, these Mario games. I
Paper
still
Mario,
have.
you getting that?
I want to get that.
Yeah.
Um, Trying to save a little money though, but I do want to get that. I still also have RPG that I haven't played.
Me too.
I own that. I still have Prime.
We should do that. Let me know when you're doing that sometime this summer. We'll do them. Both play
Which
through
one?
it. Super Mario RPG or Paper
RPG.
Mario. Yeah.
We could just try to do it if you want. Like I can put down, um, even though I want to play Wii U Deluxe. Uh, I can put that down for a little bit and do RPG if you want to do RPG with me.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to after I beat Hellblade if I want to do because I still got Persona 3 Reload sitting there. I want to do
Yeah.
that. And then Paper Mario and then yeah Mario RPG. So yeah, we'll
I
figure
guess
it
you
out.
you tell me then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready for
A lot
Super
of
Mario RPG.
turn-based games. Wow.
Yeah. What has happened to you?
I don't know.
You're
I
playing
don't
a
know.
2D Mario game? You're playing turn-based games? What? What is happening? What happened to Connor? Who are you?
He's gone. He's gone.
It's
It's
gone.
I'm Connor Prime now.
Whoa.
All right, people. That's gonna do it for Nerd Guys Podcast, episode 224.
Not one. We've
Not
been
one,
for a
not
long
one.
time.
Well, I said one last week, I think, or the week before. One of those
I
weeks.
think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. You know, so find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you'd like to say?
I'm gonna be an NPC in GTA 6.
Are you
Now it's
really?
here for the first time. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm from South Florida. They're like, we got to hit up the Florida boy.
Wow.
Do it. So yeah.
That's what you want to be known as, the Florida
Yeah.
boy.
You can go up. So it's not just in Miami. You can go to West Palm Beach.
Okay.
And you can go up and punch me.
You know who we should get on the show is the guy that's the Florida Joker guy who's
Oh,
like claiming to sue them.
Oh no.
And just like
All
let
right.
him make his case on our show.
Florida Joker, we have a platform.
Yeah.
You want to come make your case, you can do it on our show.
We get 10 views, but like you could come on here and make your case, dude. That'll be so fun. We just entertain him the whole time, like just like actually agree with him. It's just like, yeah,
Totally, dude.
yeah, man, you should
Yeah.
sue. You should fucking sue.
That'll work.
It'll definitely work. Hype him up. We'll gaslight Florida Joker into suing.
I'm gonna get a Sharpie and do like tattoo Sharpie on me.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. I'll dye my hair pink or whatever the fuck. It'd be great stuff. All right, people. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.